Back at it. If you couldn't tell by the title, figured I'd go over some of the reasons I picked the monster of an Aprilia over some other bikes I was thinking of. They're pretty simple reasons actually, but figured I'd go through some of those reasons to help other people deciding, because I looked up videos on multiple bikes I may have not known about, or try to find things I didn't know about those bikes, and there wasn't much on the Rsv4 as like other bikes, but I think it's more of the reason because there isn't a ton of Aprilia dealerships, at least near me, like in Florida. I know of like 2. One happens to be pretty close, 10 minutes away, and then the other one I think is like hours away. So, and I know in some states it's way harder to find an Aprilia dealer to like service your stuff, maybe if it's like brand new and you're getting a warranty on it or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that is actually one reason why I got it, is because all the other little reasons before, you know, other than all the other reasons other than the dealer being close to me, it just added onto it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. The main reason I got it is because I wanted to be a little different, and I thought about getting a BMW S1000 or Yamaha R1. I had an R1, had the older Crossplane, the 2009 through 2014 style, but I see those everywhere. So I've been to a couple bike meets and I've seen 3 Rsv4s, and some are the older ones. I've seen one other 2024, but I wanted to, you know, be a little different, not just get an S1000 or R1 or Gixxer or CBR 1000. Awesome bikes, obviously. I just, you know, wanted to switch it up a little bit, and I took advantage of the dealership being close. I have 0 complaints about this bike yet. I'm sure they're coming, but right now, like comfortability, I like the seat. The seat feels like a little wide. I am on the taller end, I think. Like I'm about 6'1", 6'2". So maybe my, you know, leg gap spreads a little bit. Pause. I just like the wider seat. It just feels more comfortable, but it doesn't give off like I'm riding a huge bike. It's a little taller, I think. The bike sits higher. I don't mind. I can flat foot easily still, so the dealer being close and it not being as normal seeing, you know, you don't see as many as these as you see those other bikes I named, so that definitely was a huge reason. I like that it's a V4. It's got that beefy sound to it, kind of like the R1 and the Ducatis. Like, this thing is just insane too. You know, I got a full exhaust with the up map tuned and stuff like that. It's still crazy good on gas. Like, I want to say, I say crazy good. You can look up on here how much, like, let's see, like miles per gallon. If I'm cruising at 60, 5th gear, you know, you're in the 40s still. So that's every bike. I don't think you're getting a bike for the gas mileage in some cases if you're looking at sport bikes. I don't think you should really care about that, but if you do, I think it still gets pretty good gas mileage, especially for what it is, full exhaust. It's tuned with some goodies on it. And yeah, the sound, huge factor. The V4, the color. I know it sounds like I'm glazing, but the Aprilia, like I sat on those S1000s in the R1. I liked them, but it just stood out. The matte finish and sound, looks, the dealer right there, and then maybe the last thing I really noticed is the price. Like, you're spending 5 or 6 grand less on this than you are in a S1000, and I believe it has more torque. I think more engine horsepower, not to the wheel, but I think it's like 217 out the factory or something like that, maybe 212. I forget. I was looking at so many stats on so many different bikes. Maybe it has like 195 or something to the wheel, I would hope, with the tune and exhaust and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, bang for your buck. I mean, you could get one of these the same price as you're getting an R1, and this shit's dogging an R1. So looks wise, I kind of like the R1 looks. Like, I love the front end of a R1. The headlights, the fairings just look so good, but super engine. But yeah, bang for your buck, man. Aprilia. Maintenance. It's good price buying it, but maintenance could be up there. I mean, anything from oil changes, chain and sprocket, to tires. Like, tires aren't cheap for this thing. If you want these, I think this tire, the Corsa, was like 300 bucks, maybe more. And I think 300 bucks is pretty cheap on the low end. I may be wrong on that. I think they fluctuate a good amount depending on where you buy it too. I was looking up tires recently. I think just the rear tire was like 300 bucks for a decent one. So it's not too cheap, but I mean, you're also getting a crazy liter bike, so I mean, you gotta expect something to be a little pricey. And the tuner for this thing was like 500 bucks, but you could get multiple tunes depending on what you get or what you have for the bike. The quick shifter out the factory is crazy. No complaints at all. Smooth quick shift. Takes barely any effort at all. If you're using the clutch, it's good too. This release point's all the way out, but I do have the handle all the way out, so it's out of my way. But yeah, maintenance is pretty pricey, especially if you ride it a lot. You're gonna spend more on maintenance. I try to ride this bike as much as I can. If it's 60, 65 degrees and sunny out, I'm on the bike. There's not a day I'm gonna miss in that weather. If you have an Aprilia dealer within an hour, I'd get this bike every time. I haven't really like raced a lot of bikes, so I wouldn't compare speed or anything, and riders or different weight and shit like that. So if it's comparable and so many things to racing and shit, but power wise, if you want a torque monster, this is definitely the bike. I can tell you that right now. Every gear, you could be a 6th gear cruising at 70 miles an hour and get on it, and it's pulling hard. So like I said, I don't have any complaints yet about this bike. I've had it for about 2 months now. I know it's not a shit ton of time, but I've put 3,000 miles on it. It's such a short amount of time, and I've rode this bike for long rides, comfortable to me. Here when I get some gas and show you guys what she's looking like for the people who haven't seen it. Yeah, if you want an Italian made bike and don't want to spend a shit ton of money, like everything feels good quality too. Like the fairings aren't wiggling around and aren't easy to move. Like I hate when a bike feels like that. Like I said on the R1, you can hear it like cracking and like moving a lot. I'm tired of bikes like that. Like every bike I've had was like, you know, felt cheap. Don't get me wrong, the Japanese bikes are reliable and you can beat the piss out of them, and the service is cheap. No, bro, there is levels to this stuff. Like you get what you pay for, I feel like. So you definitely get what you pay for. And honestly, you could probably find this bike used 2024 for right under 20K. So I don't, for a brand new bike with all this with all the technology you can think of, minus heated grips. It does not have heated grips. Has everything else. And cruise control, wheelie control, ABS, all that good stuff, traction control, whatever. All new bikes have all that technology. Comes with a quick shifter and stuff. I'm not too sure if the CBR comes with a quick shifter, auto blipper. I really don't know. I haven't looked too far into the new CBRs, but no, you're good. They got so scared, dude. I seen them, but dude, they shit themselves, bro. Oh my god, that is hilarious. But yeah, we for under 20K you get this bike, maybe, depending on where you're at, but expect to spend 20K, you know, 21, but no complaints. And I think the tires are not cheap, but it's a good ass tire, good quality. I think it'll last a while. They heat up fast. Yeah, we kind of need to give it a bath. It was sitting in the garage collecting dust. But yeah, a V4 monster for that price. Come on now. I don't think there's in my opinion, that type of bike for this price. Crazy, man. The only pain in the ass is like some people are hours away, I think, from an Aprilia dealer. So like I said, if you buy a brand new bike, it's gonna suck probably. If you need a service and shit, unless you do it all yourself somehow. But why do that with a brand new bike? You're gonna just have them do it. Or if something breaks, of course, and you gotta go hours away, like the engine, trans, whatever. I think it's a 4.5 gallon tank, so it's pretty normal. Not too big, not too small. Dude, these Wawa pumps always stop on their own. It sucks so bad. I really can't think of any negatives. I tried to think of some. If you're looking at getting a $20,000 bike, this is definitely the one. Damn, come on. Yeah, I can't find any negatives for you guys. I wish I could. Not trying to glaze. This is just it. Sound, price, looks. I mean, I guess that is a negative, the maintenance, but you're buying the bike for what it is, to spend 18 to 20K on a 2024 or higher, or like newer I'm at. I mean, what do you expect? Of course, the maintenance is going to be a little up there. And but it's not really. I haven't experienced, like I said, I've been riding this bike. I put 3,000 miles on it in such a short amount of time. Just keep up with cleaning the chain and sprocket. That goes a long way. Keeping up with your oil, your fluid changes and stuff like that. You do that to any bike, I feel like it'll last. You might get that one oddball. Like I heard of, you know, so many people having problems with S1000s, and then I also hear, oh my god, they're so reliable. Like I beat the piss out of this bike. Like my buddy Chris has S1000. He's had it for like 6 months. He's only put like 3,500 miles or 4,000 miles on it, but he has not he hasn't done one oil change. He beats the piss out of it. Hasn't got tires for it yet, and they're balding and shit. I'm like, damn. I would have definitely done an oil change. I see he bought it brand new, no miles, or like 2 miles, some shit. So he had a break-in period of I think 600 miles. And that's the only thing he went to go get done to is unlock it when. But he's like, his is so reliable, it seems like. And then I hear people like they get it, they had engine failures and some electronic, I think they had like the electronic throttle was like, it failed or some shit. I don't even know, something stupid. They had like multiple problems with the same bike. I'm like, alright. So I think it just comes down to picking a brand of what you like and just sticking with it, really. Any bike could have any problems, and any bike could last fucking forever, I feel like. So really, bro, first Italian bike, I'll go with an Aprilia. I was looking at some Ducati B4s and S1000 and R1s. Those are like, and this bike, those 4 bikes were like what I wanted next. I went with the less common to me in my area. I see some older ones like 2014, 2016s or something like that. Those body styles sound amazing. They're still around. They get beat to piss. I just went with a little newer. It's got a crazy warranty on it. I have 4 more years on this warranty. 2028. The end of 2028, I think it ends. So yeah, I cannot complain. I feel like I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like I won't have any complaints. Like, listen to this thing. Oh my god, it's just all around good bike, man. So hopefully this gets out to those people that are contemplating on different bikes. At least go sit on it, see if they'll let you test ride it. I feel like it'll sell itself. If you're a taller person, this bike's just crazy comfortable for tall people. I feel like I said on my buddy's S1000, the seat is not as comfortable. to me. Everybody says the seat's comfortable. I don't know. I just like the wider seat. But yeah, hopefully this video gets out to you guys. Whoever's contemplating on that bike. Go Italian. Compared to S1000, but I think it's right there, bro. My opinion, I think it's better. But what the hell do I know? The sound's definitely better, 100%. What the hell? The CTSV, I didn't even know it was next to me. Dude, that's what, hey, the CTSV is quick, bro. I started in 3rd gear, low as hell, but I was letting 3rd gear eat. Should have started in 2nd or 1st, but I mean, can't hear his fucking car, so can't hear him downshift or nothing. Yeah, that shit's nasty. I fuck with that. That shit is cool. I fuck with the CTSVs, bro. That's a car I want, but too fucking poor, man. They're a lot of money for how old they are, too. Like, they hold their value like crazy. It's pretty cool, though, right? If I started in a second, it would have fucking blown the wheels off that thing, but started in a pretty high gear for how slow we were going.